she come?
Oh man,
I love a raspberry. I'm glad you said that. I mean,
yeah,
dude,
welcome to the show.
I'm so sunburnt again.
You're not that sunburned.
I look like someone deep fried a fat Facebook employee. God damn it.
Deep fry.
I swear to God, man, you saw how much I was applying sunscreen at the beach
I think
today.
dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. Looking at your face, I think you forgot to put sunscreen on your face.
I mean, something went wrong.
You didn't put it on, dude.
I did. You sprayed it in my face. I don't know, man. God damn it.
Because we put on the same sunscreen, and mine's not. I don't think I'm burned at all.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I didn't get anything.
I got torched, dude.
I think you just you slipped.
Well, you know what it is?
Slipping.
I kind of am actually okay with it in a little bit because I need like 2-3 solid burns to get my full like Mediterranean olive going.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, I forgot.
I'm pretty good on the arms. I just had to balance out this, this farmer's tan.
Yeah, that's what you Mediterranean people. You just need like tomorrow. Will you be looking like a god, like a bronze god?
Oh, I'll basically look like
you'll be like DJ Khaled.
I'll basically be DJ Khaled, dude. Honestly, I have to strive to be DJ Khaled. Like that's the other side of my. He's on my vision board.
Dude, he's a good-looking guy, man. He's handsome.
Yeah, clearly something's going right. The rigidness of his beard is too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. It screams, hey, like...
What?
I'm going to ruin your credit and get you on like a whack-ass phone.
For sure.
I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to get you this phone. No, it screams, hey, I'm going to sell you a phone case that was made by a child slave, and I'm going to sell it to you at a kiosk next to a...
That's
Annie Ann.
Dude, Middle Eastern guys, they're always lined up. They've always got like the best beard trims,
they really
best haircuts. But I'm like, yo, you work in a fucking kiosk, dude. How are you affording? Maybe they got a homeboy that lines them up every day.
I feel like I could be wrong here, but I feel like Muslim dudes go to. I shouldn't say Muslim dudes. I should say Middle Eastern.
We've
dudes.
already gone there, man. It's
Listen,
over.
It is what it is. I'm thinking a lot of Middle Eastern dudes go to black barber shops.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
There's no Middle Eastern barber shop.
But I'm saying, how are you running? How are you getting trimmed up? How are you looking so fresh every day?
Manscaped promo code. Nobody's listening. 20%. No.
Actually, I just saw the worst commercial for. Have you seen that Rob Gronkowski Manscaped commercial?
Dude, he's been exploited so much.
It's the hackiest, stupidest commercial I've ever seen. He's like, "Where are my balls?" And he's like, "Honey, your balls are in your big bush, your big fat bush with your huge dick."
Yeah.
It's like
that's the actual commercial. It's airing on Fox. Where are my balls, honey? It's hidden in your giant bush, your huge fat cock.
You're literally quoting.
It's
like, I love watching commercials where like people that have no idea how to be funny. They're like, well, what's funny? Like balls, like testicles, dick. But
wait, he played with balls.
Yeah.
So we can it's risky. Ron, I don't think it's risky. I think you nailed it, dude.
That's comedy. I think we were just funny.
Listen, we'll ask Richard for the money, but
dude, so
I don't know.
Dude, so I remember there was one time at a company I worked at, the like one of the founders was doing the all hands meeting type thing.
All hands.
And we got a client that was Playboy. Playboy became a client, and she's like, yeah, we nailed the contract. It was come and go there for a minute. He's like, no pun intended. And then everyone erupts laughing. And then the guy next to me is like, yeah, he had to plan that. And I'm like, well, obviously he did, Michael. Obviously he did.
Obviously he had that queued up.
He obviously had it queued up. It's not. Cum jokes are not funny, dude. Cum jokes are not
good.
And also, it's touch and go.
It's not. They're not good when it's normal people trying to.
It's never good.
Cum jokes are stupid. Cum jokes are funny. I stand by that,
dude. They're fun. No, if you're the cum puns, dude. And he didn't even say it right. It's touch and go. If something's like potentially one way or the other, it's touch and go. He said come and go. He made his joke. he was a shit joke and it didn't even make sense.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I was like,
He went home and killed himself after that.
No, he didn't, man. People celebrated him. Everyone was laughing hysterically at this joke. I was like, no. The guy next to me who was like, he had to plan that. I'm like, it was stupid.
Yeah. What the
I hate working here.
Yeah.
I hate you.
I hate you, and this comedy sucks. And I can't even tell you guys what I think is good because then I'll be outcast.
I told him. I was like, that was dumb. I don't laugh. I told him I don't laugh at cum jokes.
It's hard for
I'm
me
a Christian.
Dude, one time I was in a meeting and I essentially was transferring from one department to another. And so both the department heads were in this meeting, and it was basically a meeting figuring out like when I would stop in news and go into like marketing. And one of the two managers, they rarely talked, just two white guys. Well, anyway, my boss was like a gay guy in his 60s in the marketing department, and the guy in the news department was just a straight Chicago guy, 50s. And so we're in this meeting, and somehow it gets brought up, like the news guy's like, yeah, I just want to make sure, you're not just taking them like tomorrow. We have shifts to fill. I just don't want to get like rammed in the ass or anything. And then,
wait, is that the Chicago guy?
That's what the Chicago guy sees. I just don't want to get rammed in the ass or anything. And then the other guy, it's just so hard to say without their names. The other guy in marketing, the gay guy, as soon as he said, he's like, yeah, I just don't want to get, rammed in the ass or anything. And just awkwardly, purely out of him being awkward, he followed it up with like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm no stranger to getting rammed in the ass. I swear to God. And I'm like sitting there.
I love it.
And I've never been uncomfortable in my life. So I'm just sitting there like.
What was the tone? Was he like
dead
trying to
silence.
be funny?
No,
the marketing guy was
an
he like
unfortunate joke on both sides.
One guy
they
says
both made each other feel uncomfortable, and I relished it in.
So one guy's like, I'm gonna be a little crass. I'm gonna play around. I'm gonna be like, well, I don't want to get. When he was saying, I don't want to get rammed in the ass. Getting rammed in the ass was a bad thing.
That's what he wasn't trying to make a joke, is what I'm saying. It wasn't a joke. He was just said it like he was being legitimately. That's the way he.
That's how he talks.
That's how he talks. He was not making a joke of any kind. It was so, and I just sat there, and then they, I don't know. Hopefully, just prayed the other person didn't call HR. And then they went about their lives. No one did. It's just.
But the marketing guy, he was trying to be like, I'm gonna just float this out there so he knows I'm gay.
No, actually that's the thing, is that no one he was never really. It was just one of those things. It was kind of known, but he never openly wasn't brought up. It was work.
So you just quickly moved on to the next topic.
Yeah, he just awkwardly moved. He didn't mean to like say it like that. He was just like, yeah, I get it. I get it. You know how like business dudes will just kind of ramble to fill the empty space in a sentence?
Yeah.
He was just kind of like, the one guy's like, yeah, you can take him. Just give me some heads up. I don't want to get rammed on the ass on this. He's like, oh yeah, I get it. I don't want to take him away too. I've been rammed in the ass too.
Got it. Well, that's good for him. I thought he was making a joke. I thought he was making a joke like he's like, actually, I wouldn't mind getting rammed in the ass by you.
No, that would have been amazing.
Best.
That would have been the best. I would have loved that. No, it was just like an awkward, uncomfortable encounter for them.
Dude, I don't like it when people swear at work.
Oh, really?
I think it's unprofessional.
Dude, I have never worked a job where everyone wasn't swearing constantly. Not one.
I don't actually. You know what I really don't? If I'm interviewing someone, if they swear, it's a red flag, dude. I don't like it.
You're a little prayer boy over
I don't
here,
like it. I'm a prayer boy because it's like if you're about to drop fuck in the interview,
okay,
you're a wild man, dude. You cannot
that's who
be
you
tamed.
want that's who you want at the company, man.
No, I've had too many potty mouths in a company that just get fast and loose. I'm like, you. No, dude, if you're saying fuck in an interview, yeah, well, then I was like, fuck that. I don't like it, man. It's like, have enough common sense.
Well, it depends on the context of what he said. If he's just like, I work really fucking hard, that's one thing. But he's like, listen, you seem like a reasonable guy. You're a bro. Listen, man, I fucked chicks last night. I fucked 2 chicks last night. I fucked this other girl last week. Like,
well, one's worse, but they're both not. Yeah, they're both not good. If someone says I work really fucking hard, I'm gonna be like, you didn't have to say that. No, it's not. I think it's a bad look, dude. I'm like, be as professional as possible. Then when you get hired, then we'll let the walls down and we'll start talking like the sailors we are, You think so?
I get it. I think. I don't think I've ever, to be fair, I don't think I've ever said fuck in an interview.
Good. You shouldn't. It's so bad. It's so tacky.
Who gives a shit? Dude, I honestly, it's really kind of crazy for me to think about ever like going in and interviewing, like wearing a shirt and tie or something.
Why?
It's never gonna happen again.
Dude, you are such, it is going, what do you think? Yes, you're going to put on a shirt, man, at some point in your life.
When?
It's going to happen, man.
This
You're
whole world
Mr.
is Zoom calls.
Pessimisto,
No, dude, this whole world is Zoom call. You just do a Zoom call. I had like a Zoom interview, and this was literally my thought process. I was like, oh, I'll wear my nice t-shirt.
Oh, yeah. No, I've had many a Zoom. I wore a Tupac t-shirt the other day to a Google interview, man.
Can you imagine these people, these psychos who are doing online Zoom interviews wearing a suit?
Yeah, it doesn't even, I thought about that.
Some guy's doing a Zoom call.
A lot of people do. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they wear I bet they put on pants for it, dude. I bet they put on
that's a little much for a Zoom call. The Zoom call inherently says, hey, we're letting our guard down. Things are a little wild right now. No need for it's just goofy. What are people doing on these? They have like...
Well, no, dude, even if you wear in person, so there were sometimes at places I've worked, we'd be interviewing people, and someone would come in with a suit. And I've always worked in like fun hipster startups where this is what I would wear to work, right?
Yeah.
And they'd come in a suit, and we'd be evaluating our interviews with this person. And people would be like, yeah, he's wearing a suit. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this guy. Like, yeah, I don't know about him. Like he's a fuddy-duddy, like he's some sort of stiff. I'm like, guys, he took enough time to like get dressed and wear a suit. And they're like, yeah, but he's probably a fuddy-duddy. He probably just didn't know what to wear.
Yeah, I guess I'm the shithead. I'm the guy making fun of the guy wearing a suit. What's this guy wearing a suit for? Come on.
I respect it, dude. I'm like, thanks for
weird
taking
how, like, the
this
only
shit
time,
seriously.
You know what's crazy is like the only time now people are wearing suits is when you're going to like interview for a job at like Time Warner Cable. You know?
What do you mean?
To like manage.
What job?
Just to, I don't know. What are the jobs at Time Warner? To run a Time Warner Cable store in a strip mall.
Yeah, to be a manager.
Yeah.
What's your question?
Suit. No, there's no question. I'm just saying no one else is wearing a suit to an interview anymore.
Shit tons of people are, man.
I think it's a thing in the past.
No, dude, you've been in your apartment too long. Have you ever met a lawyer?
That might be true. Okay, dude, lawyers go around now. They're wearing like acid wash jeans.
No, they're not.
Like, yes, they are.
Not true.
A fucking gold chain, like a torn up shirt. Every lawyer looks like Chris D'Elia now, ironically. And then they're just hanging out in Century City doing God knows what. Yeah, you know what's up.
When you go into court, you have to wear a tie.
Is there really a law that says you have to wear a tie in a court?
Yeah, dude. That's why all these rappers, the only time you see them actually like wearing a suit is when
I thought that was just like those funny videos you see of the judge being like, "You'll wear a tie in my court. You're gonna respect the court." And then he's like, "All right," He's like, "Listen, I know you're a good kid." Even though I'm a white man in my 80s and you're assuming I'm racist, I know you're a good kid. You know what I'm talking about. I thought it was just kind of like it was like, hey, you'll wear a tie in my court, buddy.
No, you can't.
Respect. I don't know why I'm sounding like George Bush.
I don't. Yeah.
Wear a tie in my court.
I don't actually know what I'm talking about. My point is, people be wearing suits, dude. People be wearing suits. Less so now, but people be wearing suits. And if you wear a suit to an interview, I'm like, you know what? Because it shows. Because the whole point of a job is like, I have come to be a slave. I've come, and when you demonstrate,
I need to convince you that I'm not.
No, when you demonstrate, you got to come in showing like I'm a slave. I'm here to be uncomfortable and do what I'm told. That if a guy comes in with wearing like a tank top with his dick hanging out, I'm like, this guy cannot be. He ain't no slave. This man is wild and he can't be controlled, and he's gonna do whatever he pleases.
This guy cannot be trusted. Coming in here looking like fucking Jamie Kennedy, trying to apply for a senior developer role.
That's what I'm saying.
Our goddamn real estate app.
Yeah.
We only show you houses that have been used in snuff porn.
Yeah, our couchsurfing.com app. There's no way he can be, because that's what I'm saying. When you're applying for a job is essentially like selling your life away. And you know that like if that's what it's, so you're trying to give the appearance that it's like, I am going to be a good little worker bee. That's what it is. So if you come in,
Dude, I guess I'm at this point. I can't tell you how many interviews I've gone to, and I tried to wear a nice shirt, and I'm just like sweating through the shirt, and then it's just this. It's like you know what it is for me, and I take this. Listen, I'm unsuccessful, so I guess this works against my favor. But I'm kind of at this point where I'm just like, dude, I'm not just gonna look uncomfortable, and you're gonna say, if you see me in a suit, you look at the guy and you're like, this guy's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And you say that works to your advantage, but I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna put on this facade so you think I'm, I have my shit together and that I didn't, buy something with Coinstar money today. So I wore a suit to make you think that I have my shit together. No,
you got to figure out what your look is. There's no silver bullet, man. You got to figure out what's gonna work.
Here's my look now. If I'm going to next job interview,
okay,
just nice black sweater, just cool guy black sweater.
Just a crew neck sweatshirt.
Chris Rock. I basically look like Chris Rock in the like an all black, nice thick sweatshirt.
Like a woven sweater?
Not like woven. Not like.
Like a sweatshirt material?
Yeah, kind of. But very nice. High end.
Oh, okay.
High end. Nice cuffs.
Yeah, okay.
Thick.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Banana Republic.
There's no hair on it.
Ooh, good luck getting your dog hair off of anything.
Well, I would get the roller.
Get the roller,
I would get the roller. I wear that, and I wear some...
That's a good look.
Gucci jeans.
How would they even know? It's all Zoom. They can feel
I would
the
leave
Gucci
the tags
jean
on it so that they knew...
But they can't see it. You need to, at some point, you need to get up during the interview, be like, oh, yeah.
It's a Gucci.
Yeah. Or just
and I'm going to have Yeezy. I'll wear Yeezys. Can you imagine if I actually did this? Can you imagine if I looked this fucking stupid in a job interview? If I would love to just dress up in like Gucci jeans and like some Yeezys and like I'll get a chain. I'll get a decent, like a not like a stupid like the racist chain you see at the Halloween store or something like that. I'll get a cool chain, like a cool guy chain.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's what I want.
But I mean, you'd only be stupid until no one would realize your stupidity until the part of the interview where you begin to showcase your outfit.
That would, the show and tell part of the presentation.
Yeah, exactly.
Where it's like, hey, so let me just plug in my flash drive here. Yeah, these are Gucci. Yeah. Well, I'm not really a flashy guy, but listen, you guys, if you own them, they're the best. They're the best jeans.
Yeah, they're just more comfortable.
They're just more comfortable. I don't want to bring the best with you guys. Anyway, previous to this, I was at White Castle.
Yeah.
Previous to that,
that's the
Dave & Buster's, but I was a manager.
Yeah.
Until they fired me for selling weed to teenagers.
That's always
who
weird.
Worked in the kitchen. I'm sorry.
That's always weird when you have to when you're starting your career as a person where you're like, I can't, everything I've done before this job, I don't want anyone to know about. So when you're applying for the news, but every job you've ever had before this was like White Castle. Do you know what I mean? Where you're like, do I include this? Yeah.
No, I don't think you do.
No, absolutely not.
I'm honestly kind of getting to this point. I feel like you don't even send in a cover letter or anything. You're just like...
Oh, dude, I hate it on cover letters where they're like, tell me why you want to work here. I'm like, come on, man. Let's not do this. Let's not do this.
God damn it. Okay, here we go. It's just... Telling the story is something I've always been passionate about. Anyone who knows me can describe me as one word. Passionate.
Oh.
And I'm just gonna work hard. I'm gonna bust my ass for this company because I see the long-term goal.
Yeah.
And then the guy who runs the company's reading this and shitting.
Yeah.
Fucking $7 million condo.
They care, dude. That's the thing. They always say, like, what are you excited about? I'm like, and then you gotta just like blow. I'm like, yeah, because I'm really interested in this. I hate it when I don't get. I'll just say I have applied for a job and been through the interview process, and I was blowing a whole lot of smoke. I was doing this like, it's really cool. I'm like watching their videos.
Cool. Yeah, I'm like, you watch like 3 weird videos on their website.
Exactly.
You're just like, yeah, I just.
But then when I didn't get the job, I wanted to be like, hey, I don't give a fuck about your product. I don't care at all.
I don't care. We don't need
I was
horoscopes
just
for dogs.
pretending. And they'd be like, yeah, we know. Everyone pretends. No one gives a fuck about their job. They just want money. I'm like, yeah. Then why are we still playing this game?
That's why, like I said, man, I just take these like freelance video gigs now.
Yeah.
I texted you the one. I almost got this gig. They canceled it last minute, but I almost got a gig to go shoot video of a new hands-free lubricant dispenser for physicians to use when they're like giving you a prostate exam.
I'm passionate about that.
I'm passionate about $500 plus gas to Riverside. So I'm a hired gun, dude. I told you about I'm going to sell fish. I got to do something. I'm going to start selling fish. I'm going to fish and go in the backs of restaurants and be like...
And I don't think this is...
Basically like Arya from Game of Thrones, like wandering the dogs, like, oh, fish, oysters and cockles.
I've never seen it.
I will do it in a British accent so people know.
You can't. Okay, this is what
some
Zach.
mackerel,
I'm gonna explain what you were describing. To me. You're like, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna fish in the ocean, and then I'm gonna walk into these 4-star restaurants, these Michelin star restaurants, and in my hoodie, and walk into the kitchen and say, how much money do you want for these stinky fish I just caught?
They're not stinky. This is where this is the thing that's fucked up. They're not stinky. I just caught them. The fish are fucking fresh. Dude, that's what people pay for. You tell some stupid hipster who has an unlimited bank account, they're like, yeah, they caught these fish just out here in Malibu. Caught this shark. I don't even know if you can eat it. I think it's poisonous, but he just caught it right out there. He's like, oh, fuck. Well, that's an experience. Oh my God. I mean, shark from right here, right here in the ocean. I'm not going to get.
The thing is, that's not where it's going to get. You could sell it to the hipster on the beach. You could sell it to him, but you're going to walk into a kitchen and they're going to be like, yeah, dude, we have a distributor. We have health code stuff. This isn't how it works. Get the hell out of our kitchen.
This fish is all fucked up, Holmes.
They'd be like, get out. You need to leave,
I can't do it. I get that. Man.
You'd have better luck going into Wendy's and trying to get it to slide onto a fish fillet sandwich,
that would
dude.
Be fun. I could get Wendy's to start selling fish fillets with
You couldn't. You could not. This is a bad side hustle is what I'm trying to say.
Honestly, it's crazy that I like to even think about the idea. Can you imagine some guy who's literally, you would have to be almost retarded to do this, but like go to a Wendy's and like try to sell them fish and be like, and then not realize that literally all of the food inside of the Wendy's at any given moment has been bought, paid for, frozen, and has existed for 7 months before. Right. And like, there's nobody making like an order list. There's no guy like, all right, we need some people really like the burger, the Angus this week, so we'll double up on the Angus, but we didn't sell as many, chicken. Fuck yeah, dude. That guy's gonna die in Hollywood later.
Probably. I was here whenever someone zooms. Yeah, it's a bad side hustle. You couldn't do it. You know what you'd have better luck doing is catching fish and then frying them up by the beach and selling fish tacos.
There you go.
Then that's a side hustle. I still don't recommend it.
No one's ever gonna assume that I know how to make a fish taco.
I'd buy a fish taco from a guy like you.
People say You've said this. Multiple people have said I look Hispanic.
With a Dodgers hat, yeah.
Okay.
Only with a Dodgers hat.
I don't want to get exploitative here, but yes, I would definitely get the blue Dodgers hat if I was going to sell fish tacos by the beach. Right. I would need some kind of credibility.
By the time they've ordered the tacos, they would realize after they've already ordered, like, wait, this guy isn't Mexican at all. Yeah. This guy is white.
Do you have the Cash App?
Yeah.
It's cool if not.
It's not cool.
They would be like, whoa, no. Never mind. I actually want a refund. Please, I don't want these tacos.
I'll buy fish tacos from a white dude.
I don't know.
I would.
Dude, I was watching this. I was telling you, I was watching this movie, Akira, last night, which is this. It's like a Japanese animated movie from like 1988. It's very good. It's like a dystopian. It's like Tokyo has been blown up by like a nuclear bomb, so it's the year 2019. It's kind of like Blade Runner, but it's animated in the 88. It's great, but it's violent. It looks like Captain Planet on drugs. It's amazing. But I was watching it, and basically the premise is that like there's the government had been secretly testing on these kids and gave them like these superpowers essentially that could nuke an entire city. And they're just like, these kids are just pure energy. Like that's what they're named. And there's this scene where like the kid with pure energy, Akira, is like interacting with like the army. Like the army's trying to shoot. Like any kind of movie where there's like the superhero who has too many powers, the army just starts like shooting them. And then it kind of like made me think. I was like, can you imagine if this actually happened? Like it's becoming more and more believable now. Like
What?
You watch a movie and you see like this clearly omnipotent being is like blowing everything up just because it's like a superhero, and some guy's like, I'm gonna shoot a RPG at it, and then like you're like, oh, that's stupid. But now it's becoming more and more believable because of how stupid
I'm lost.
people who are in the police are for the most part.
What do you mean?
Like how they're just like you think like, oh, there's this omnipotent being that's pure energy melting the city right now. All right, send in the National Guard. But it's not the National Guard. It's like a guy named Nick in a tank. A guy named Nick who grew up in Missouri and plays Call of Duty when he's not in the military.
Yeah, but you're going to shoot at it. You're going to try.
It's just
you
funny
don't know it's omnipotent.
I'm just saying.
Blow it up, you know?
I'm just saying it's becoming more and more believable that someone just on the front lines is just like, well, I don't know. I play Call of Duty. I'll shoot this motherfucker.
I would.
Shoot it.
For sure.
And just get your face melted on the front line. What a dishonorable death.
Well, that's
Can you
why.
imagine being in the army and you die just because a superhero is taking over a city and it killed you?
And you've become the enemy.
Yeah, like you weren't necessarily the enemy, but you died.
Yeah, that's
In
why I
that
don't
way.
join. That's why I would never. Okay, I'm going. Okay, this is the biggest thing. This is the biggest sacred cow in America. I'm going to go. Are you done with Akira?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Ask me. Go.
I'm transferring. I think the biggest sacred cow in America is troops, right? You do
of course.
There's
Don't
like
fuck with the
just
troops.
troops, dude.
Now people hate the troops. Now they're like willing
I
to
still-
go
they
to.
still
Antifa's
fuck with-
going to war with the troops on the streets.
Dude, people still fucks with the troops, dude. And my thing is, it's like when you want to, I don't want to be people that sign up like it's this noble thing. I'm like, nah, dude, that's just a job.
Yeah.
You just out doing a job.
Yeah, it's
you're
pretty-
a mercenary out killing the enemy. I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't
you're-
play with it. That's just your
yeah,
choice.
you're an electrician.
And you're gonna die by an
You're an
omnipotent
electrician,
being.
and you have an Uzi patrolling a village. Yeah, man. It's I don't know. It's not exactly what it was.
What do you mean?
What it was, you know.
What,
like the
World
idea
War
of like
II?
a soldier. I mean, we've pretty much come to terms, right? That like the only legitimate war worth fighting has been World War II. Since then, like nothing really since then has.
Yeah, it's
Vietnam
been,
was a mistake.
Yeah.
Desert Storm was a myth. I'm starting that, by the way. Desert Storm truther. That never happened.
Korean War. Probably didn't need it.
No one really knows what happened there either.
Cold
It's
War.
Like Vietnam Jr. Cold War again. It was just
I
kind of
count it.
stupid.
People died. Not a lot, but people died.
Yeah.
But I agree. Yeah,
Then we should have had a legitimate war when someone attacked the country, and then instead, in the craziest of moves, we're like, no, we're gonna go drill for oil in Iraq. We're gonna start this whole thing. We're gonna go after Saddam Hussein.
Wasn't the war in Iraq the hunt for the Taliban though? And wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what they said, dude. Of course, that's how it started. Is they're like, everyone is like, okay, it's the Taliban. They seem to be in Afghanistan and Syria. And they're like, we think they're in Iraq. And they're like, no, they're definitely in Afghanistan and Syria. Well, we got some intel. We think they're in Iraq.
They got WMDs. I'm pretty sure they got. Yeah.
You don't even know what these guys fucking have. You fucking
Yeah.
idiot. I'm George W. Bush. I'm just trying to go to Iraq
But
so I can own.
in reality, though, like Saddam Hussein and his sons, that's one of those things where I'm like, I'm not mad about it because those dudes had to go, man.
They had to go, but dude, can you imagine how cool those dudes were? Like in in his son, like they're not cool.
It's
They were
not even
definitely like
cool.
murderers.
They were
but,
rapists
like,
and murderers, dude. They would rape women on their
Listen.
wedding night.
Okay, listen, that's obviously.
Do you think in the
bad.
Middle East that they were like,
what I'm just saying
Houday
is, like,
and
the-
Qusay were the coolest dudes,
Dude,
because they raped so many women.
I don't think they were cool. I don't think they were.
I'm gonna answer your question.
Saddam-
No,
dude,
no, I don't think people
telling
thought
you,
they were cool.
What they did was horrendous and definitely a war crime. But I'm telling you this straight up. Saddam Hussein's
Don't say what you're gonna say.
Hussein's two boys, his sons, were definitely like the hottest guys in like the club scene in that in that nation. Like those guys were people wanted to hang with those guys. They had entourages. They were like the cool young kids of like
They
rich
weren't,
dad.
dude. When they
Or were
walked
they
into
just-
the club,
or were they
when they
just
walked in
rapists,
the
murderers,
club,
and
you were
pedophiles?
like, "We need to leave because they're gonna kill me and then rape my wife." They were not cool,
I
dude.
thought-
they weren't
listen,
jet
I thought
setters.
they
They were
were- I thought
evil
they were
people.
cool.
No, dude, they
Hey,
were.
roll on that. I thought. Listen. I don't know anything about. I just Uday and Kusei. Dude, they sound like the fuck. They sound like guys that, like, three dudes who are trying to start a side hustle of like renting luxury cars. You okay?
I'm good. Yeah. Okay, we're back. It's like Huda and Kusei.
Like they had a
Kusei-
luxury car dealership, and they were like, "Yo, dude, you know what you need? What you need?"
You're not
You
even.
mean Mercedes?
These aren't the people you're talking about.
I
They're
like to
not
think
the
that they
car
are.
dealers. They're warlords, man.
Listen, they weren't doing shit. Their dad was calling all the shots. The
That's
Iraqi
privilege.
generals were calling. Yeah,
You
they were.
want
That's what I'm
privilege.
saying, dude. They were like that's
Saddam
what I'm saying.
Hussein's
That's what you
sons,
don't
yeah.
get. That's why you
Right, but
don't
it's
get.
next-
Privilege exists in any culture.
Yeah.
and so even so over there, the idea of like his sons being privileged. Like, can you believe these fucking guys? They have cars. Like people in like, what's the capital of Iraq?
Baghdad.
People in Baghdad, like some taxi drivers on the street. Like, you believe this shit? These fucking guys block the entrance every day. Every day. These fucking Uday and Kusei.
Oh, for sure.
With their dual orange creamsicle Lamborghinis.
Yeah, but you went there. You went there,
Dude.
made of like literal creamsicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You wouldn't dare though. You wouldn't dare talk shit though, man.
No, Uday had an orange creamsicle Lamborghini and Kusei had like a baby blue, like a robin's egg blue
Yeah.
McLaren.
That's
And they were kind of
yeah.
like the little fuck boys of Baghdad.
That's the thing.
This is a movie people would watch.
I would not. I'm out.
It's essentially like Triple X, but it's Uday and Kusei
Just being
Hussein.
awful. Just being the worst people.
Being horrendous human beings. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's the next level. That's like the privilege. That's like the ultimate level of privilege where it's like, no, literally you can commit horrific crimes against humans and nobody can tell you shit.
Yeah, nobody. I
And
didn't-
also you feel entitled. You feel entitled. You can be like, you can kill someone and be like, that's my right. As Uday Hussein.
Uday, have you seen my house?
Yeah.
They have these like insanely large but still kind of shitty, like fake McMansions.
Yeah, they're just
in
like
Baghdad.
very big sandy buildings.
They're like the homes that the Bluths built, like from Arrested Development, and they're in those things. They're not even. No, dude, they're not sandy at all. They're like everything's white. They're like everything's white.
Yeah, it beats me, dude. I don't know what
Crazy
they're
driveway with a
what they're
bunch of
living in.
whips.
We'll do an investigation on them because I really don't know much about
do you
them
think
other
they're
than they're
doing
terrible.
now?
I think they owned a tiger or something like that. They're dead,
That's what I'm
dude.
saying.
They're dead. They're
Oh, they
dead.
died?
They died before Saddam Hussein. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
wow, dude.
Yeah, they got like raided. Yeah, they got like in
I
a
knew that.
attack.
I
Yeah,
knew
they
that.
got
God,
gunned
doesn't
the
that
fuck
seem like
down.
so long ago?
That's why, you know what? I'm back on the troop side, man. I'm back on the troops.
I'm not anti-troops. I want that to be clear.
We love, I think, and this is myself included. Do you remember like when they got Osama bin Laden, everyone was like celebrating the death of Osama bin Laden?
Yeah.
And then there were those like dorks that were like, you're celebrating the death of another person? I'm like,
Yeah.
bitch, you didn't know anyone that died in 9/11. Fuck you, man. This
Shut
person's
up.
evil and they're dead now. So suck a dick.
So the obvious contrarian. You're celebrating the death of this guy. Like works at Borders, the bookstore.
What does it matter
Borders is
where he
still open.
works?
No, it matters because I'm just thinking of the guy who's like, you're cheering on the death of another human being. Yeah, he was a murderer.
Yeah, he's a scumbag.
We watched him get hanged on Live Leak, and we all thought it was awesome. And we watched South Park and ordered Pizza Hut after because it didn't affect me at all because he was a terrible human being.
Yeah. We won.
I
was proud to be
mission
an American.
accomplished. Dude.
Yeah. Yeah. We got
Mission
him.
accomplished.
Obama celebrated, man. And if Obama
did.
celebrated, it's okay to celebrate. That's just the way it is, man.
How much time do you think passed between when they killed him and when he gave the speech? Like, you think he got a game of like hoops in before it?
What, before he gave a speech?
Yeah. Do you think he hooped with his buds like on the court? He was like, "Listen, all right, he's dead, but we're not gonna. We got 3 hours before the production crew is gonna get here. You guys
No,
wanna
he
ball
polished
out?"
the shit out of that speech, dude, and delivered it.
I bet he was cool. I bet he hooped.
I don't
I bet
know.
he got a game in.
I think it's all fake anyway. I mean, they
You
would.
don't think he can? You think he can't play basketball?
No, I'm just saying. No, I think Osama bin Laden's death was like, who knows if that was real.
It's so shady. It's really.
They buried him at sea. Like, I want to see it. I want to see his face. I want to dismember his body, dude. That's what I want to do.
I think it's kind of crazy that they never. There's just no proof. There's none.
Yeah, they buried him at sea.
Like the guy behind the most significant cultural event of this century so far. Well, actually, probably not anymore. Now it's probably coronavirus.
Yeah, affect the world.
9/11, because 9/11 really only affected us, and most of the world hates us. But now this affects everybody. Either way, what I'm saying is, like, I was talking to someone. I don't know. Maybe this is like low hanging fruit for conspiracy dipshits, of which I try not to be. But like, I was talking with someone about how the day of 9/11, what was the first thing you get told? Hey, someone crashed a plane into these two buildings in New York.
Yeah.
I was in 4th grade. I was in Mrs. Shotwell's class, and she was horrendously tall and ridiculous looking.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, hey, a plane. I've said this before. She was like, hey, a plane just flew into the two buildings. And I was like, is that, I don't know, like planes crash. I was like, it's a big deal.
See,
it crashed into a building. And she's like, no, it's because they hate us. I'm like, oh, fuck. That's collectively more or less what happened.
You didn't realize it was an attack.
I didn't know it was an attack. I just thought it was a plane crash. I'm like, okay.
I remember
already
watching
desensitized to 4th grade.
Yeah, I mean, you were crashing planes into buildings on
Girls Gone Wild commercials in the middle of the night.
Right, playing GTA 3.
Playing GTA 3, killing people for sport.
Right. I remember coming down, and I remember seeing Brian Gumble on the TV talking about these smoking buildings.
Brian Gumble.
And then my mom, and I remember telling my mom, I'm like, I just remember being like, this is, you know what I said? And my mom, you know how like parents will latch on to something you said, and then they'll quote you all the time like you were some sort of brilliant child, you want to know what my son said, type shit.
Yeah, well, kid.
She was like, what I asked was like, is this going to be in the history books? And she probably loves telling people that, dude.
He knew. He knew. I don't know. He's an observant boy.
And then it just turned out to be retarded.
He always was. Now I don't know. I think he just does stuff on the internet. I think it's porn.
It's porn.
It's maybe porn. It's definitely exploitative. I don't know. But the story I was telling is that like the day that happened, everyone's like, hey, plane crashed into the two buildings. And then like, oh yeah, and by the way, the Pentagon got attacked. I'm like, wait, what? Hold on, wait, what? Oh, someone crashed a plane in the Pentagon. Oh, fuck, where's that video? Let me see video of that. You're clicking around. Nothing.
I saw that video.
You did?
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, right in the...
Bro, that shit didn't happen.
They're right in the center of it. Yeah, for sure, dude. There's a big old hole in the Pentagon. I'll show you videos, man.
Who the fuck talks about that? No one. Does anyone in that town act like that happened? Dude, I think this is a sham. I think this is like the Mandela effect.
There's a video of it.
Oh, that's good.
There's video.
I don't believe if there's video, it's playing behind us, which may or may not have.
There's video of smoke coming out of the Pentagon. News. Yeah. No,
I don't think that happened, dude.
Are you for real?
I'm being for real.
It happened. I mean, we'll do some...
Did anyone die in the Pentagon attacks?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah?
How many? People in it.
Oh, yeah? The government employees?
Yeah, man.
How many?
I don't know.
Bro.
Are you really incredulous?
I'm incredulous. I don't necessarily know if it happened.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything, but also...
Literally no one talks about it. There's not been one moment on TV where there was like a memorial at the Pentagon.
Well, it's because it's eclipsed by the towers. It was the same day.
I don't think we would have done the Pentagon that dirty if it was real.
Yeah, no, it did. It just got eclipsed, man. Then United 93, nobody really talks about that. But that went down somewhere in Pennsylvania. Yeah, man. It happened.
All right, well,
just because you don't remember it well doesn't mean it didn't happen.
I look forward to you sending me the video, and this is definitely not an example of the Mandela effect, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm not one of these people who's like 9/11 didn't happen. It obviously happened. They had reason to hate us. There's a very explainable reason why all of that happened. Very quantifiable reasons.
People, yeah.
But there is almost no real footage or accounts or any public interest or care in what happened at the Pentagon that day. None. Almost zero.
These are the thoughts and actions represented by ZP, not myself. But I believe that I'm not exactly sure who was doing what, but I do believe that there was a plane that crashed into the Pentagon. And I do think I remember it. But of course, memories can't be trusted.
It was like a little tiny plane.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there was a video I watched the other day. We follow this weird account. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's this weird account on a Nobody's Listening podcast that
like a person or a...
It's a person we follow, but they post like really fucked up stuff.
Yeah.
And I love watching it. About. Yeah, you know what I'm talking. Do you know the name?
I think so. Oh no.
Okay, but they post it, and it's like it's this account that I can't unfollow because I keep watching it.
Yeah.
But they posted this video. We can't show it. We're not going to show it because it's really messed up. But it's these people in they're in a hotel room in New York City, and it's this girl, and she's talking to her mom, who I think's filming, and she's drinking like a mimosa or something, and she's saying, "Oh, there's no vodka in it." They're kind of like being funny, like there's no there's no vodka, mom, or something. And then they're just kind of talking, and then you look over, and this girl's like, she's screaming, and then the camera cuts over, and it just shows like the towers, just like smoke pouring out of the towers. It's like, I was like, yo, that's one of those things where it's
those
like,
are the darkest videos.
It's so dark.
It's when you see like slices of humanity that were currently existing then.
You were never meant to see.
That you were just... Yeah.
It felt good though watching. I'm like, whoa, it's the humanity, dude. It's the humanity.
I don't know if good is how I would describe watching it, but
it's a euphoric feeling when you're watching someone just like react to human tragedy. It's not good. It's not good. It's bad, but it's a thrill.
I'm getting thrown under the bus for being a Pentagon truther.
I'm not throwing you under the bus. I'm just saying I believe that it got hit by a plane. That's all.
Nobody gives a fuck. They don't even have a plaque. They didn't even put up a plaque there.
Who are you sympathetic towards? Are you sympathetic toward the building, the Pentagon?
It's odd to me that it's not talked about more, and there's almost no...
Well, make a memorial, dude. Start a movement.
Listen, I can't start a memorial for something I'm not even convinced happened. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it.
Can't do that. That doesn't work. Keep the focus on the Twin Towers. I'm a purist. I don't know what you want me to say.
They're simple. They're iconic.
Don't get crazy. Spoke for everyone. Like, let's not branch out. It's like putting pineapple on pizza. Let's keep it basic, guys. Let's go back to basics and only be sad about 9/11.
Yeah, it's over. The sentiment, and also, yeah, it is. I want to do. You know what I should really do? I should really just do some research on 9/11, like my own, not just watch a Loose Change and then call it a day and say
that's all you have to do.
Fake.
You just have to go and watch Loose Change on YouTube, and then it's done.
It is funny we live in a culture now where it's like where you're talking to someone and you're like, what are you talking about? Where'd you get this information? They're like, I saw a documentary. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, that's
like,
all it is.
It was on Netflix.
Dude, it was on the History Channel.
I'm like, okay.
That's
cool.
I used to love, like, in like 2005 to 2010, people would love to be like, well, I just saw something on the History Channel. I saw this big expose on the History Channel and saying the government's lying to us about aliens. And you're like, and that was released on the History Channel. The network that is in the background playing of hospitals while people are getting blood transfusions. Yes, that was the purveyor of truth. You nailed it.
They do have some credibility. I feel like they do have a little bit of...
Of course they do. It's called Gold and Silver Pawn Shop in Las Vegas, Nevada.
That's true. They
literally the most credible...
You're right. They don't have any credibility. What's Pawn Stars?
I have no respect. We were talking about this earlier today. No respect from people from Las Vegas. If you tell someone you're from Las Vegas, they're gonna be like, okay. I don't know if I can trust this guy.
No, I do. I trust the locals, dude. I trust the townies. Someone now, and I was saying this.
I do. I don't give a fuck. I'll hang out with anyone, but I'm saying for the most part, someone's like, hey, I'm a real estate, or someone's like, hey, I'm a stockbroker. I'm like, oh, you're a stockbroker. That's cool. Where do you live in, like, New York? No, I'm in Vegas.
Okay, that's fair. I'd be incredulous
Wait a
if they were a
minute.
stockbroker
Wait.
and they were like, "Yeah, I'm in Vegas." I'm like,
Yeah.
this guy's.
Well, we got a shop. It's outside the city. It's called Use. It's like, it's always like the name. It's like istocksonline.com. You're like, wait, what the fuck?
That's okay.
It's basically a converted internet cafe that they just turned into a mine for nefarious internet
Okay,
activity.
you're
now.
describing a very specific situation when you were talking about everyone lives in Vegas, doesn't own
Listen,
a weird
I
shop
think
of
that
like
I think
sell
here's
stocks
a
online.
conspiracy I can believe in.
Okay.
Uday and Uday and
I know where you're going with this joke.
what are the names again?
I just made. I think it's Uday and Kruse. I
It's
don't
Uday.
know.
It's Uday and Kruse.
They rhyme. I know they rhyme, and they're stupid
are
names.
now running FanDuel franchises essentially out of a strip mall in Las Vegas.
I'll go with
North Las Vegas.
Yeah,
North Vegas.
it's its own town, isn't it?
It's its own
Yeah,
town. It's
yeah.
not the Miracle Mile or whatever it's called.
No, the Strip.
The Strip. They're not on the. No, they're on. No. Their office is on the Strip. They have a online sports betting office on the actual main
I'll buy it.
the Strip.
I'll buy it.
And everyone's like, why? It's all casinos and 4-star restaurants. And then esportsbettingonline.com.
Two dead men open a FanDuel knockoff. Well, okay. What my thought was, I was like, I trust people that live in Vegas are like townies are fine. But anyone that frequents Vegas, anyone that's like, even when, like, if I'm going to Vegas for like for a vacation or a trip, I'm a little embarrassed. Like, I need to let people know. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Vegas this
It's like
weekend,
a
but I'm not
bachelor
like a
party
Vegas
thing.
guy. Like, I'm not a Vegas guy, but I'm going for fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to quantify. You got to be
do.
like, no, I'm not a Vegas guy. I've never been to Las Vegas, so I can't say shit.
You haven't
But,
been?
No. I have
Well,
no
you got
intentions
it's
of going.
fun. It's
I
actually
have
fun
definitely
shit.
a dark gambling addiction inside
Oh,
of me
well, then
that I
don't go.
cannot. No, I've thought about it.
Don't go.
No.
'Cause that-
See, the thing is, I just couldn't. I want to ruin my life from gambling so bad. Like, you've no idea. I really wanted.
Don't go.
Some days, that's like, I don't think I could do suicide, but I think every day I could just like, I just go fuck it all up, dude. Just fucking tank it.
Don't go.
And go. But here's the thing: I'm not cool enough to like actually go in and operate like a blackjack table effectively or anything like that.
Yeah, you just lose all your money.
Or just go like penny slots and lose on like nickel slots. It's like, wait, play all the lines or just like one line per,
And then it's gone.
and then you're
I went.
smoking half-smoked cigarettes outside.
You're smoking someone
Found
else's
on the
butts.
ground.
Yeah.
Smoking someone else's butts.
I went and I had $100, so I was like, all right, I got $100. I went as a kid a lot because my dad like video game convention shit. But I went as an adult once. All right, and I was like, all right, I got $100. I'm gonna throw down. I'm gonna like spend this money. And then I was playing and I kept losing and I kept losing and I kept losing. And I'm at like, I got $20 left. I'm like, dude, I'm like, all right, whatever. Let's just try this out. I played a Michael Jackson slot machine and I won
There you go.
$80.
The Prince.
Came out even. Left. Got a couple free drinks. Also, here's weigh in on this. I'm playing roulette. And what I notice is everyone tips. You tip the dealer.
Yeah, see, that's where I would fail immediately. I would fuck that all up.
I didn't tip the dealer.
Yeah, people.
And it was a
probably
fucked
got-
up thing of me to do, but I'm like, yo, I was like, you're cutting into my margins. I'm not tipping the dealer. I'm not. That was a weird
Yeah,
moment
in
for me.
your
I'm
mind,
like,
they're
I'm not.
basically like a Chipotle employee. You're like, I know the tip jar is there, but
No, I'm
Come
like,
on.
you're on. It's me versus the house and your team house. You ain't taking none of my money that you're not taking already.
yeah, it's like, why do you tip them? Why do you tip them? Because it's not gonna.
It's what ballers do. Ballers are like, here, keep this. You're like, they'll get like they tip, but everyone you're supposed to tip the dealer. But I'm like, yo, I don't think I'm
get
doing
out of
it.
that. They're not gonna give you any advantage, are they?
No, that's the thing. He's like, tip the dealer. That's what it's etiquette. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. I'm not tipping the dealer, man. You're like it's me versus the dealer. I'm not paying my enemy. What am I?
I know.
What am I
That's
giving
kind of
the
how I view it too. I know that's a fucked up. Dude, one time my dad said he went to go. He's at some resort, but he was gambling one night and hit big and won like $5,000-$6,000.
Yeah.
Something like that. He's like, yeah, I just played all night and basically came out the whole weekend even from how I came in. I was
That's
like,
what I'm
wait.
saying.
I was like, wait, you You lost the whole 5,000. He's like, well, I didn't lose it. I mean, I got to play all weekend. That's how I saw it. Funded my whole weekend. And I was like, this is the difference between the boomer types.
Wait, was he saying I like paid for meals and stuff?
He won $5,000 instead of going the fuck home.
Oh wait, so he was up 5,000 and then
because I was wearing fake ass Jinkos and Slipknot t-shirts instead of going home. Dude's like, yeah, I'm gonna
spoiling his son.
Yeah. He honestly, I wish he would have just made the story cool. He's like, yeah, I won $5,000. Like, what'd you do with the money? Well, I fucked this cheap hooker at the hotel. Your mom was gone. She was fine. I got real fuck. I did a bunch of blow. Met my friends. Like, we drank all night. I blew it all. I'd been like, respect, dude.
Legend.
You did it. Legend, dude, in his own time. But instead, he's like, no, I just gambled all weekend and lost it all slowly over 3 days, having more and more meaningless encounters with dealers.
Yeah.
Tipping them for no reason, even though they're against you.
Yeah. That's you get
You gotta
it.
tip the dealer, though. If you don't, some guy comes out and stabs you.
Like, I didn't
drops
stab
a cinder
me,
block
dude.
in your head
I
when
was
you're
just
going
like,
to get hot wings from the buffet.
I do. You know what, my dad. This is why I don't really gamble. That's why I've literally never bought a lottery ticket. You know why?
Why?
Because my dad always called it. He's like, you know what lottery tickets are?
Oh, I know what you're
You know what I'm gonna say? Tax on the stupid.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, he ain't wrong.
Yeah.
He ain't wrong, because it's just like statistically, it's a waste of money. And I'm like, he's right. So,
but some people who gamble
Love
like
you,
to
Dad.
quantify it, and they're like, the people love to gamble. Like, I just enjoy it. It's like, it's fun.
it's a thrill.
Fun.
It
It's
is
fun. I get these scratch offs, and I
but it's a vice.
suck down a Diet Mountain Dew while I smoke a Marlboro Light, and I might win $20, which I will then use.
To buy
That's why you go in and they're like, you just want more? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, 9 times out of 10, they're like, yeah, just look, give me more.
You're selling hope.
Yeah, you're selling hope.
You're selling hope, which is very sad.
I know the scene, dude. Listen, I grew up right next to the scene. You're at a Speedway gas station. It's Travis, dude. It's
Yeah,
Travis is sitting there. He's
exactly.
like, I'm gonna get this. He's scratching off a lotto ticket in his truck. His girlfriend's at home. She's pregnant. He's scratching off a lotto ticket before he has to go in to work at the dump.
He's supposed to be buying diapers.
He's supposed to be buying diapers. Blew it all again on. He overdrafted his bank account with Xbox Live. Hasn't told his wife yet because she's going to leave him because it's already happened 3 times.
Don't buy lottery tickets. That's it.
Or do, but just make sure that you have... just make sure you have it under control is what I'm saying.